So, we'll discuss today about how we presume the market to move. I was just reading a quote by Basant Maheshwari where he was stating that it is time for to bet long on small caps as such. Looking at current situation, there's a logical path towards the thought process where we tend to state that or have a thought process towards it, stating that when you move when these are uncertain times, and we have seen over the past year mid cap and small caps haven't gone to beat the indices in a much better fashion as compared to the large caps because of the recent what you would say the recovery of the stocks because of both the economic conditions, because of crude and Brent oil going haywire as such, and they cooling off, getting cooled off of late as such. And it is also about other the Russia-Ukraine crisis as such. It is a crisis in all senses because it has brought issues in terms of the supply chain. We also have seen how the policies in China have affected the overall economic scenario. So it's pretty much important uh, taking into thought process these key instances at different points over the last year, saying that hey, the bright star among all the other markets is the Indian market, and possibly a best time to for the small caps to move towards the large cap, because small caps at the end of this growing journey will be able to fetch take in that advantage of the growing market which India is supposed to have, with the middle income streams of India rising, and by some studies, the service sector, which contributes a sizable amount, to grow at almost double the pace by 2040 as such. And this is the sector which actually pays for your taxes, because majority of the formal taxes come from them, as well as they invest in all these what you would say spends as such. Say for example, cars, taking home loans, paying off your debt, using credit cards. So we have seen how the credit card usage has increased a lot compared to what it was earlier. We had a stark difference, and even today we have that difference between India and the Western markets as such. But of late, this has been catching. Uh, we do not know better we have been doing or what worse we have been doing, whether only those benefits are the driving factor or actually it is helping them plan better. Those are things which we have to research more and understand more. But coming to the whole hypothesis of Basant Maheshwari as such, I tend to believe in his vision, and hopefully we see that it turned right, because tomorrow for the market to grow, say for example, we have seen how Page Industries, the company which markets and sells jockey in India, Sri Lanka and few other nations nearby, it how it has gone from 386 when it was launched as an IPO, and today it is almost about 46,000 per share. It is illiquid and therefore it has not gone down, but even then it says how it has compounded, one of those which Basant Maheshwari had acknowledged and recognized much earlier as such. So I believe his theology. There are some challenges to it in terms of the geopolitical situation. Yesterday, we have seen constant Russia constantly trying to put forth its power, drum roll its power, and in no case can any country or anyone in the world uh, think Russia to be weak, because if they think they can do that at their own peril as such. Russia is a very strong and very ably country as such, and their geopolitical situation would play a major role in the complete what you would say world economy as such. And given recession, the looming situation of recession, whether that will have an adverse impact in that growth story of India, whether it can decrease, bring a halt to the disposable income of Indian people, uh, in terms of the impact. If it is a global recession, it will obviously impact, but if it is not and we continue to be insulated, then probably the story and the timeline which Basant Maheshwari has put forth will continue. Though I believe in his vision, and this is what I wanted to state in terms of my thought process. This is not a what you would say paid or sponsored thought process. It is just a personal thought process which I wanted to share. Thank you.